Have you ever wondered what the digestive system does? From a digestive system that's over 30 feet long to the fact that it starts working before you even take a bite, and your tongue to your intestines, this hidden highway inside your body is full of surprising secrets. Today, we're going to be talking about 10 facts about the digestive system. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss a video. Let's get into it. Fact number 10, your saliva starts breaking down your food before it even enters your stomach. As soon as you start eating, glands in your mouth release saliva, which contains enzymes that begin digesting carbohydrates. But this doesn't last long, because the next fact will show you what happens after you swallow. The first step of digestion doesn't begin in the stomach. It actually starts in your mouth. What saliva contains? Saliva is mostly water, but it also has enzymes, electrolytes, and mucus. The key enzyme here is salivary amylase ptyalin, which starts breaking down starch's carbohydrates into smaller sugar molecules. How does it work? When you chew, saliva mixes with your food. Amylase begins breaking large starch molecules, like those in bread, rice, and potatoes, into simpler sugars like maltose. Another enzyme, lingual lipase, starts the breakdown of fats, though it works more strongly in the stomach. Why this matters? By the time food reaches your stomach, it's already partially digested, making the stomach's job easier. This also helps release flavors from food, which enhances taste. Extra benefits of saliva. It keeps the mouth moist and helps in swallowing and protects teeth and gums by washing away bacteria and food particles. Fact number 9. When you swallow, your food enters a tube called the esophagus. This tube connects your mouth to your stomach. But did you know that there is a little trick to getting your food from one place to another? There are muscles around your esophagus that tighten and relax in a wave-like motion. This motion is called peristalsis, and it squeezes your food down the pipe. You might have heard of peristalsis before, because it's also what helps move poop out of your body. It's actually a very important part of keeping things moving. Now, these waves of muscle contractions don't require any energy from you. In fact, you don't have to think about them at all. You can go about your business, and the swallowing process will take care of itself. But if you really want to try to control it, you can try drinking a glass of water. That should do the trick. Fact number 8. Your stomach has powerful acids. After you swallow, your food lands in your stomach, which is a muscular bag made of tissue called epithelial tissue. The walls of your stomach have tiny glands that release gastric juices, including hydrochloric acid. Yep, that's the same acid that's found in drain cleaner. It sounds scary, but it does an important job. Its high acidity helps break down the food you eat so that you can absorb all those good nutrients. It also kills off any bacteria that might be lurking in your meal. But this strong acid can sometimes cause problems. If you're always eating on the run or skipping meals, it can weaken your stomach lining, which can lead to heartburn or even ulcers. So be sure to take care of yourself, and don't forget to chew your food well. That way you won't upset your stomach, and your digestive system will work like a charm. Fact number 7, your stomach can expand to hold large amounts of food. Sometimes you just need to eat a lot of food, especially if you've been working out hard all day. Well, luckily, your stomach is able to expand and hold up to 2 liters of food and liquid. That's about the size of a basketball. But how does the stomach expand? When food enters, the rugae flatten out and the smooth muscles relax. This process is called receptive relaxation and allows the stomach to make room without raising pressure inside too much. Why does expansion matter? It lets you eat a full meal without constantly needing small bites. And the stomach then gradually releases food into the small intestine in a controlled way for proper digestion. Fun fact, competitive eaters train their stomachs to stretch beyond normal capacity. That's how they can eat huge amounts in a short time. Fact number 6, a ring of muscle keeps food where it belongs. At the bottom of your esophagus is a ring of muscle called the lower esophageal sphincter, and it has a very important job. It acts like a valve that opens when food needs to pass through and then closes to keep it from coming back up. However, sometimes this ring of muscle can become weak or relax at the wrong time, and that can allow stomach acid to flow back up into your esophagus. This can happen when you eat spicy or fatty foods or when you're pregnant. And while it might not seem like a big deal, it can actually be a sign of a more serious condition called gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD. So if you experience frequent heartburn or difficulty swallowing, make an appointment with your doctor. They might be able to help you manage your symptoms and keep things running smoothly. Fact number 5, your small intestine is where most of the action happens. Once the food leaves your stomach, it enters the first part of your small intestine, which is called the duodenum. Here, the food mixes with digestive juices from your pancreas and gallbladder. These juices contain enzymes that break down the remaining food particles, and the walls of your small intestine have tiny finger-like projections called villi, and they increase the surface area of your intestine so that you can absorb more nutrients. You can think of them like little hands reaching out to grab all the good stuff in your food and then bring it into your bloodstream. Then the food moves into the next section of the small intestine, called the jejunum, and then the ileum, where more nutrients are absorbed until the leftover waste enters the large intestine. Fact number 4, water is reabsorbed in the large intestine. By the time the waste reaches the large intestine, most of the nutrients have already been absorbed, but there's still plenty of water left over. The large intestine is actually made up of 3 parts: the cecum, colon, and rectum. As the waste moves through these parts, water and other important minerals like sodium are reabsorbed into the body. This helps keep your body hydrated and prevents you from getting dehydrated. So basically, your large intestine gives your body one last chance to get all the good stuff it needs out of the food you eat. And if there's anything left over, it's time to get rid of it. Fact number 3, the appendix is a small, finger-shaped pouch that extends from the colon. It was once thought that the appendix was just a useless piece of tissue, but recent research has shown that it actually plays an important role in your digestive system. The appendix is home to a lot of beneficial bacteria that help break down food and absorb nutrients. Plus, it can actually get infected and cause appendicitis, which is why doctors used to remove it through a procedure called an appendectomy. But if you want to keep your appendix and all its good bacteria, just make sure you don't get too much belly fat. How is that related? Well, excess belly fat can cause the appendix to twist on itself, cutting off its blood supply and causing it to become inflamed. So keep your gut healthy by maintaining a healthy weight and eating a balanced diet. Fact number 2, you have 2 types of digestive enzymes. Did you know that your body produces 2 different types of digestive enzymes? Endopeptidases are enzymes that break down proteins by targeting the bonds between amino acids. One example is pepsin, which is produced by the stomach. Exopeptidases are another type of digestive enzyme that break down proteins by removing amino acids from the ends of the polypeptide chains. Trypsin and carboxypeptidase are 2 examples of exopeptidases. Each of these enzymes has a specific role to play in the complex process of digestion, and together they ensure that proteins are broken down efficiently and effectively. Without these enzymes, our bodies wouldn't be able to absorb the essential amino acids found in the food we eat. So they play a vital role in keeping us healthy and fueled. Fact number 1, your digestive system is connected to your nervous system. So we know that the food you eat can affect your mood. But did you know that your mood can also affect your digestive system? It's true. Your digestive system and your brain are connected by something called the vagus nerve. This nerve sends signals back and forth between your brain and your gut. So when you're feeling stressed or anxious, your brain can send signals to your gut that slow down digestion. And when your gut isn't happy, it can send signals to your brain that make you feel yucky. That's why it's important to find ways to manage stress, like exercise, yoga, or meditation. What was the most surprising fact about the digestive system? Please write it below in the comments. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss an upload. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. So don't forget to make time for self-care. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.